Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be finishing the video that I left off as part 1, the header installation. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I would recommend you to go see it over there. Over there you're going to see the unboxing and the installation. On this portion we're going to focus on the final review, on the things I would have done differently, and of course some sound clips for y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so for the final review, I have driven this car for about a month now, so everything that the codes we're going to throw has already thrown them. So if you recall, all the sensors are connected, so all 4 are completely connected. Everything should be working properly. However, I do have 2 engine codes. I really don't recall the number by memory, but I'll put them right now. That's pretty much saying that the efficiency of the cats are not 100%. Which is something, and it's understandable because we installed high flow cats, meaning that there's less restriction, probably less filtration going on. So has the car done anything bad or performance wise? No, not really. The car is running pretty much how it's supposed to, even though it has those codes. But you do want to keep that in mind. And like I said, you might want to be thinking on a tune to tune those out. But as of now, everything's working properly. The tune can wait a little bit longer. Then I figured if I have bad codes, I'm gonna need a tune ASAP. But no, everything's running good. So the tune is coming, but now I don't have to hurry up and get it. The other thing is the power. Final review has a power. I do see a difference in power. I have no numbers to show, but other than the feeling of when you floor it, it does punch you, it does throw you a little bit back, and it does feel good. My smile was humongous because it does sound good, but it's also a little bit quicker and you feel that. Another aspect that a lot of people keep in mind is the gas consumption. I personally really don't care about that. It's nice to save gas, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, you're modding your car, you know that you're going to lose gas mileage. I didn't notice any difference. As of now, my gas is going a little bit faster, but that's because of course I got headers. First month I'm gonna be stepping on it, you know, you go through bridges. I want to hear that exhaust. It sounds beautiful. Really happy with it. But other than that, I really haven't seen my gas just being wasted too much. So if you're worried about that, I didn't really think it was too much, but again, my cluster doesn't give me miles per gallon yet. It's something that they're working on. So as of now, I have no numbers either. So that is something that you want to keep in mind, again, because you're going to have to kind of trust me. For example, on the performance side, I have no numbers, but it's better than nothing, right? All right, so to conclude on the final review, I will 100% recommend these pair of headers. Had no issues installing them. Fitment was perfect. Everything cleared. Everything was just amazing, and I absolutely love them. I love the sound. I love the performance I got. I just feel overall happy with the car. I'm not going to tell you that it rides like if it had turbos, because it don't, but you definitely tell a difference, and that's something that for me is worth the money, apart from the sound, and you'll hear that at the end of the video. So now we can move on with the things I would have done differently if I had to install them again. So hopefully I won't have to touch headers again in my car, because I mean they are expensive, so hopefully they last for a long time. But if I was to do it again and give y'all some tips, I would. So the first tip I would give y'all is first disconnect the battery, guys. That's something that I'm really bad of, maybe for laziness, maybe because I gotta take my subwoofers out and my amplifiers and all that, but take them out, because when we were taking some headers, they sparked. I thought nothing to do with the electrical system, it's just headers. No guys, that's my bad. Again, I'm not saying that no excuses for me. It's laziness, pure laziness. So if I would do that again, disconnect the battery first and prevent that from happening and probably damaging your car. So that's the first thing I would have done differently. The second thing I would have done differently is get my sensors prepared before the installation. So I like to have everything planned for an installation and not be going to the store and coming up here and just wasting time. I like to have everything ready, nice and ready. So what I would have done is done the harness conversion, if you will, and make that fit from the get-go. That way when I'm there, I just gotta plug them in and that's all. And as well include that as buying the extensions for the rear. I would just do that in one day instead of doing it on 2 days, because on one day I did the installation, on the other day I did the front O2s, and on the other day I did the rear. I would have just done everything in one day, ordered all the parts you need, and luckily on my first video you have the links to that, but you also have how to convert the harness. So the third thing I would have done differently, and I think that not a lot of people knew about this, some people say it, some people don't, and that's going to be removing the transmission dipstick. So in the headers, once you get the header out, you'll see that there's a little slot, and it looks like the slot is there to get it out from the dipstick. Once you get into the installation, you'll see what I'm talking about. We were trying to get that through there, when in reality all you had to do is take 2 bolts from the dipstick, pull it out, header comes right out. That's a little tip for you. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much everything I have for today. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some sound clips, but I am also going to conclude the video after the sound clips. So go ahead and stay tuned and let me know what you think about the sound here in the comments. Thank you. Alright guys, well this is all I have for today. Hope you liked and enjoyed part 1 and part 2. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps a lot. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. On Instagram you're going to find content that does not make it to YouTube, and also with some previews. And I also like to do videos, little small videos of the videos coming on YouTube a little bit before they actually come out. So if you do want to see all that, go ahead and follow me as well. You can DM me if you have any questions, more fluent conversation. But if you have anything to say on any of my videos, leave them in the comments and I will get to them. Also, I want to say thank y'all so much. I am very close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm super excited. I really didn't think I was going to be getting that much support from y'all. So I'm very grateful for y'all. This is probably going to be the last video before I hit the 1,000. So I'm super happy, but also stay tuned because there will be an 1,000 subscriber video shortly after that. I'm not going to say right at 1,000, I need some time, but right after that there will be a video. And I want to say thank you so much and stay tuned. Hope you like and enjoyed this video. See you on the next video.